Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so very much for checking it out. It's your boy Real. And so I'm a little late. I know there's probably already like a plethora of Stranger Things 2 reviews and deep details and things like that. But I'm not gonna go into all of that. Easter eggs and stuff like that. I'm just gonna give a casual Stranger Things viewer review on what I felt about Stranger Things Season 2. Now, having just completed actually 12 a.m. this morning, it's 8 episodes to the season. I'm sorry, is it 8 or 9? It's 8 or 9 episodes to the season. And overall, I have to give it, out of 10, I would give it a definite 8. A definite 8. Few bugaboos that I won't spoil. But there's one spoiler alert. I had a big problem with episode 7. The missing sister. I just don't feel like it deserved. That episode needed its own independent episode, Every other episode was kind of, follow that normal process like most TV shows do. And, you'll get snippets of each individual story and the progression. Episode 7 was just like completely dedicated to just this one thing. And it bothered me, because I don't think that needed its own 1 hour, 57 minutes or whatever worth of showtime. There was some intense things going on, and I know they wanted to break that up a little bit, but I just feel like you didn't have to do it with one whole episode about her meeting this girl, and it's just one episode. She was in the very beginning of the season, then she was in that episode. I'm pretty sure she'll be in season 3, but it's just like, I just didn't like that one, and I really hope the payoff for that comes in in a major way in season 3, because for me personally, I thought episode 7 it was just so annoying, because you're so up, you're so up at this point, and then episode 7 comes and it's like, why did I need to see this? Like, why did I need to see this? Why did it need its own episode? Like, for what? Like, why did I need to get to know these other characters? Why? Are they trying to do a spinoff? Like, I hope they're not trying to do a spinoff. Like, I don't know. Like, episode 7, I didn't get why, it just didn't seem necessary. But overall, like I said, Stranger Things Season 2 was the joint, There's a lot that happened, in the character development, definitely. I don't, off the top of my head right now, because I'm kind of doing this recording right now on the fly. I was supposed to be doing something else, but I got a couple minutes to kill, so I figured I'd just do this. But I don't remember every character's name at this time, and I do apologize. But the character development was good. Because I recall after the first season, when they actually filmed Stranger Things Season 1, there had been some time, before it had gotten to Netflix and it became popular and things like that. So the kids had grown up. So they were thinking that it may be an issue with that, showing it to make it look like it was just a year later when the kids had all grown at least maybe 2 or 3 years in actual, in real time since the filming of Season 1 to Season 2. But it played very well. There are subtleties to just growing up, that they put in there, and some of them not so subtle. But I liked how they orchestrate, how they put that in there. There was one thing that kept happening that just irritated the shit out of me. It's like every time a human being was doing something, they all the kids, whoever, they were just staring back like, oh my gosh, and they couldn't believe it. But they got all these demodogs running around, and they got no problems making all types of plans to go, kill these demodogs, right? But when the Max, when her older brother was beating the crap out of Steve, and these names are just coming to me, nobody, they just all stood there. Like, it's 4 or 5 of you, like, kick them, push them, something. Like, every time something like that was happening, they all would just like stand around. But when there's these like creatures from other worlds and dimensions, oh yeah, they ready to go. That was just kind of annoying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how are you brave enough to fight the unknown but too scared to battle what's right in front of you? That kind of message just kind of rings out, a lot in that in season 2, so that was kind of bothersome. But like I said, 8 out of 10, man. Stranger Things season 1 is one of those type of seasons. It's one of those shows you could just rewatch it. Like I said, certain things the first time you get it's like lightning in a bottle. When Stranger Things season 1 was like that. Like every facet of the first season I really liked. But this season, the rewatch value, I wouldn't give it the same rewatch value as season 1. However, the importance of rewatching it is probably going to be more significant than in season 1. Because since then, because of the popularity and things like that of the show, like they put a whole bunch of stuff into season 2. And that's why I said I'm not going to do that right now. And I probably never will, because I leave that for other people. I make my reviews and videos and stuff like that for casual folks. I talk about trending topics for the casual follower of things like that. I don't even, because I got shit to do too. Just like you got shit to do, I got shit to do. So I'm not sitting around all day trying to see who's saying what and who's doing what and getting all the in particulars. There are plenty of channels for that. If you want a casual experience so you can just kind of talk on it, speak on it, have a little tidbit, holla at your boy. But yeah, season 2, awesome. A lot of Easter eggs. There was something else I wanted to say about season 2. Now, of course, it's eluding me, but I would strongly recommend it. Speaking of recommendations, a while ago I said that I was going to start making videos. I put it on my Twitter that I was going to start making videos, Netflix Insomnia reviews, and I've been doing the insomnia. I still have insomnia. So I've been awake and I've been watching movies. I haven't been doing the reviews. So I do apologize for that. Really quickly off the top of my head, since I'm not going to talk about, since I can't remember the last thing I was going to say about Stranger Things season 2. Oh, the last thing I'm going to say about Stranger Things season 2 is, so season 1, and again, spoiler alert, season 1, Barb happened, okay? And when Barb happened, it was like, word? And it was so early on in the show, like, you just couldn't believe it. It's like, damn, like, they killed Barb that fast? You know what I'm saying? In season 2, it's Bob. Like, they killed Bob. They went from Barb to Bob. And then they show Bob. Like, they show them joints, like, eating him alive. So there's no mystery. Maybe he survived and he's still alive in the Upside Down. No, he isn't. He is absolutely dead, and we knew that in that episode. Like, Barb, we had a faint hope. Maybe, I did. Bob, he's dead, dude. Like, Bob's dead as fuck. I can't believe they killed Samwise like that. You know what I mean? Like, this dude went to Mordor, fam. You feel me? Like, he walked from the Shire to Mordor, but he couldn't fuck with them Demodogs. And that was another thing that bothered me. Like, when he comes out of the room, and the thing was just right behind him, he's standing there looking at Winona Ryder. What are you looking at her for? Get out! Like, leave! Like, that was the point. The point was to run. You standing there and got ate alive. Like, it's terrible. So, rest in peace, Bob. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Samwise. You know what I'm saying? If he had that ring, he'd have popped invisible. Would have been no problem, man. Where's Frodo when you need that motherfucker? But, anyway, so as far as the second piece of information, I'm just going to say this real quick. Last week, and I wanted to talk about this movie that I watched on Netflix in particular because I'm a big Antonio Banderas fan. I really appreciate Antonio Banderas. Come on, Desperado. That's it. Desperado. So, and Assassins. I mean, Antonio Banderas has been in a lot of good movies, but Desperado and Assassins are like up there, two of my favorites. So he has this movie on Netflix called Security. It's two recognizable people that you see in a lot of things, and that's Antonio and Sir Ben Kingsley. And whenever you see a movie like that on Netflix, it just means that everything else is going to be shitty. They have two people that you can recognize so you can at least click on it. And that's exactly what happened. I don't want to say don't watch it because I don't want to, deter you from supporting one of my favorites. But at the same time, if you don't watch it, you won't be missing out. There were some funny parts in the movie because the movie's not funny at all. But the funny parts was because here's the basic premise. Okay, we all know this. Ex-military, PTSD, I need a job, broken family, hey, take a job at the mall, craziness ensues, he saves the day. It's exactly what happens, okay? So what was funny is he gets into the mall and he tells the entire staff, hey, if you listen to me, you'll survive the night. No one lives but Antonio Banderas. Like, all of these people just went to work to have a regular night at work and all wind up being killed, okay? Each and every one of them. Some of them in different harrowing type of acts, and, but to me, it just was like, damn. Like, if Antonio and Banderas ain't show up that night, all the motherfuckers would have just, they'd have had a job the next day. You know what I mean? Actually, they might have been rich, because when the little girl, she was in witness protection, Ben Kingsley's the bad guy. So he's got this whole hit squad, mercenary team, and they take out the CIA or whoever she was with. She runs to this mall, and then they come to the mall because they know that she's there, and they're trying to get her. And they offer the head of security, they offer him a certain amount of money, let the little girl out, and he was about to take the deal. So had Antonio Banderas not been there, the little girl would have died, which would have been tough, but every other person working that staff that night would have lived and gotten paid. Like, I don't know. But it's just a movie. But yeah, I definitely give that out of 10. Dude, that was like a 4. And that's only because Antonio Banderas, it takes him a while to do some desperado type shit, like to get into his action star form, and then he finally does. And it's kind of cool. But overall, like I said, it's one of those late night insomnia movies, so I'm going to scale this one. So my scale for the late night insomnia movies is going to be different. And as far as something entertaining to watch at 3 o'clock in the morning, I would have to give it I'd actually have to give it a 7. Because it is decent enough to watch at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, or up until about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, because the pacing isn't, that bad. The dialogue doesn't go on for too long, what I'm saying? So it's not like you're just kind of sitting there just waiting for something to happen. So out of the insomnia watches, I don't know, I guess I'll call it a red eye rating. The red eye rating will probably have to be, like I said, out of 10, I give it a good 7. So Security is the name of the movie. It's currently on Netflix, and I would strongly recommend it. Stranger Things Season 2, 8 out of 10, predominantly because only like episode 7, just to be honest. Like, I know I said a bunch of things, and there's more that I could say, but episode 7 just kind of ruined it for me. But that's actually it. I'd like to thank y'all again for checking it out, and that's it. And I'm gone.